Now going over to the business blunder of the day, you have Wolverine beef being recalled. Although, I'm surprised they're not sued by Marvel yet. Now, this comes to us thanks to CNN Health, which somehow CNN still exists. Maybe not for long. They're having to fire some of their bottom talent. They're not top talent. Top would be good, like topping, but I partially digress. This comes to us thanks to Jamie Gubenkert, who says, quote, ground beef recalled due to possible E. coli contamination. Here you can see some of that beef right there. Now, they say, quote, Wolverine Packing Co., which the fact they don't have, I mean, it's a different category, so I don't think there's realistically going to be a lawsuit unless they throw out a Wolverine logo. Marvel's not going to care. But it is, I don't know, first thing I thought was kind of funny is like, what if Wolverine, the X-Men character, in his downtime, because again, he's lived longer than anyone else, he also fights crime, but in the downtime, he also has his, beef company, which that could be maybe a boring B story for a film. That actually would be better than most Marvel films these days, just a movie about him starting a beef company. But I partially digress. Now, they say, quote, Wolverine Packing Co. is recalling more than 167,000 pounds of ground beef shipped to restaurants due to possible E. coli contamination. 15 cases were reported in Minnesota, with illnesses starting from November 2nd to November 12th, the U.S. Department of Agriculture and Food Safety Inspection Service said. Fresh produce has the best use-by date of November 14. Frozen products are labeled with production date of October 22nd. Products of the establishment number of S2574B in the USDA marked of inspection. They noted that items were shipped to restaurants nationwide. The agency said it's concerned about some products may be in restaurants' refrigerators or freezers. All the products should be thrown away and returned and not be eaten. Minnesota Department of Agriculture notified the Food and Safety Inspection Service on November 13th about the illnesses in people who have eaten the ground beef. On November 20th, a ground beef sample collected by the Minnesota Department of Agriculture tested positive for E. coli 0157. Now, looks like thankfully, silver lining, no one's passed away from the specific recall. Now, the company said, quote, we are also conducting an intensive internal audit to review fully suppliers and processes in place, including rigorous quality control measures to maintain the highest standards of production. As a third-generation, family-owned and operated company in business for nearly 90 years, we are committed to food and consumer safety. This is our highest priority. Now, the good news about this the situation, thankfully, again, they have not even seen anyone who's been too detrimentally ill from it. So, in some cases, these food recalls especially, there are some people who pass away. So, again, the situation could be much worse. And in this case, in terms of business ramifications, hopefully they're okay. It's a 90-year-old family-owned company. And in terms of recalls, because they sound to be a business-to-business operation, I don't think you'll see most people, I don't think their sales will tank too much, especially, hopefully they get things tip-top in shape. Because again, usually you see a lot of sales go down as business to consumer. So again, if they were to sell this at, Target or Walmart, where actually people can see the logo and associate the brand, anything, in this case, not so much. I suspect they'll be okay, but still, you've been around this long, you want to make sure you're around for another 90 years plus. You gotta have to make sure you have the most standards in place, and having a product where, again, I'm not sure, maybe someone's just having an off day and they've got to test a sample, but they're starting to recall this, and it's going to cost them not just, quality in terms of, relationships with the restaurants that they're selling to, but also they're going to have to pay those restaurants to take it back. So that's going to be a big chunk of change for them as well. So overall, I got to say, Wolverine Packaging Company, I got to say, you are certainly the business blunder of the day. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. Just let me know what can I do better to make the show more entertaining, better for you. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.